Age of Wonders is a series that has always been on an island of sorts. One part civilization, another part fantasy RTS, a 4X game that moved at a brisk pace and had a following, but just didn't have that extra edge to push it over the top. Age of Wonders Planetfall goes in a much different direction than the previous titles, ditching the high fantasy for sci-fi of the grandest order. Triumph Studios succeeds where so many other franchises fail, and that's to jump to the final frontier without sacrificing what made it unique to begin with. The jump to sci-fi always comes with the expected set of changes inherent to the new setting. It usually features brand new tech trees, very different playable factions, and a whole lot of unique space lasers to go into battle with. Beyond the changes, a huge leap in setting bring with it, other numerous ones lie in wait under the hood. One of the single biggest improvements from Age of Wonders 3 is the combat system. Now heroes can level, become fully modded, and equip different weapons, and they can even ride vehicles. Units stack up to 6 deep, and battles are fought in a quick but tactical turn-based combat system, not unlike XCOM. Now normally, this is where I insert my thoughts about the game's pace, the overall balance between factions, and how the tech tree holds up. Rest assured, all of those mechanics are present and work well enough. I want to discuss something else that this game does that many other 4X games have tried and failed at, and that's to jump to a different setting in the first place. You see, the problem for me is, jumping from a 4X in our time to one that is pure sci-fi almost always loses that immediate connection we share with them. In a game such as Civilization, for example, before I play a single turn, I'm fully aware of all the pieces at play. I know the cultures, places, and the history. Without looking at an FAQ for the tech tree, I can already determine what, how, and why I want to make my choices. I know what the wheel does. I can immediately grasp the significance of the Bronze Age. I know that getting to gunpowder will provide me with a huge advantage in the military. These examples can go on and on ad nauseum. This is the strength of most 4X games set in a familiar setting. This is in part why they are so successful, and also why they usually fail when they make a sci-fi spin-off. That knowledge we inherently have gets thrown out of the window with space involved. That's where Triumph Studios really shines in Planetfall. Without any real knowledge or connection to this game's lore, worlds, or technology, they managed to find a good balance between the familiar, the alien, and the weird. The way they managed to pull this off is with the fantastic campaigns that they have included. Starting the tutorial will launch you into a series of mini-campaigns that have dual purpose. They instruct you on many of the game's systems, and also begin to tell the tale of its own unique world and factions. I can't recommend playing through the campaigns enough, and each new one reveals more about the different races. You have Amazons riding dinosaurs, space dwarves making volcanoes, and a race of insects that are fighting back against their human oppressors. It makes for a very interesting backdrop and sandbox to play with, and the rest of the game's strong feature set and polish make it a breeze to hop in and play 20 turns without paying any attention to the time. The only real downside in Planetfall is that the brisk, fast, and rewarding pace can possibly diminish the game's long-term prospects. Campaigns and turns can go very quickly, and compared to other 4X games, this one feels like it's on turbo speed. By the time I can finish a single campaign of other similar titles, I can finish 2 or 3 story campaigns here. The reason why this can be a problem is that you get familiar with the choices you want to make and how you want to approach every scenario pretty quickly. However, I don't want to let that take away from the game too much. It's more of an interesting side effect that I notice after my share of play sessions. Age of Wonders Planetfall also looks great, runs fantastic, and outside of some questionable AI armies instantly forming when perhaps they shouldn't, the game provided no real obvious flaws to point out. At best, the critiques I could give are nitpicks at best, with my only real one would have to be a little bit more playable factions and some more knowledge about what certain debuffs and buffs do for your units. On top of all of that, the game features excellent mod support on PC, and they have even managed to deliver outstanding console versions as well. Planetfall has a great controller interface, and a lot of thought and care was put into making those versions just as fun to play as their PC counterpart. Age of Wonders Planetfall was an unexpected pleasure, a brisk, fast-paced, and rewarding 4X with a fantastic feature set. The multiplayer works great whether you play simultaneous turns or asynchronous, and every single aspect of the game from the online settings, world generation, and the rule sets are at the player's fingertips to customize to your liking. If you're looking for the next big thing in the genre, or just love the relaxing nature only a great 4X can provide, look no further than Age of Wonders Planetfall. I give this game an 8.5, and it's definitely one of the surprises of the summertime. From not expecting it to having it be a really solid, impressive title that is definitely a step up from their previous work. I hope all of you enjoyed the review. You can check out the full written one at rectifygaming.com. I am Dave. I hope everyone here had a great time. I'll see all of you next time, and please leave your comments down below, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
This time it's our turn. Do whatever it takes.